This is the second edition of the basketballflooringguy.com. What we're going to talk about today is a type of flooring for the basketball floors. Basically, there's two types of flooring. There's 15-30 seconds, which is this material here, and there's 33-30 seconds. You can see how 33-30 seconds has the extra wear depth. But basically, most people go at 25-30 seconds. That's a standard piece. This is sometimes, 33-30 seconds is sometimes specified where you have high humidity area. And you want extra wear depth, or you're going to want to sand the floor more than basically 4 to 5 times before you want to put a new floor in. Generally, the sanding, a floor will last about 7 years before it needs to be totally retaken down. But sometimes university or school want to have a lot of things that they'll do on the floor, and they'll have to sand it all the way down more often, so they'll want greater wear depth with 33-30 seconds. Okay, so those are the two types: 25-30 seconds standard, 33-30 seconds, a little deeper wear depth, and you can see it like that. That's the difference. Okay, now there's two things about the actual material itself. There's what's called edge grain, and edge grain, you can see the grain runs vertically in the wood. That is so that the wood, again, some architects and some people believe there's greater stability, which there is marginally greater stability in the product when you're talking about high humidity area, but in reality it's a very small factor. And the other thing is called this flat grain, which you see most of the time on most gym floors. The problem with edge grain is that you have to knock down about 4 to 5 times as many trees to get pieces of edge grain, so sustainability wise it's really inefficient. But those are the two types, flat grain and edge grain. Generally, flat grain is what you want to do in most cases, in almost all cases, especially with the green. I just got back from the green build, and that's an enormous thing that you want to make sure that you are not knocking down trees just for the sake of a specialty product, which has marginal difference. So basically, you want to go 25-30 seconds, flat grain. You just say MFMA Maple, and that's what you'll get. Now, the types of maple that there are 25-30 seconds. This is what it looks like before it's finished. You have first grade, which is very clear. Then you have second grade maple, which is a little bit clear, but has a little bit more color to it, which is generally everything is 25-30 seconds, the standard gym floor. So you have first grade, clear, second grade, a little bit darker, and then third grade is the darkest material. Now, third grade is just as good to play on as first grade, second grade. The grade has nothing to do with the quality of the material. It's purely the aesthetics, how it looks. And the reason most people go at 25-30 second grade, second or better, is because when you watch a standard gym basketball game, that's what it's played on. Out in Asia, they like the whiter wood, and a lot of the gym floors that are used for dance and more for facilities where they're not, aesthetics aren't as important, we'll go with third grade material. Of course, it's a little bit darker, but it looks just as fine. And here's an example of each. Here's what first grade looks like finished. That the gym floor would be that white. Standard second grade maple for gym floor, which you see on most gym floors, how it's finished. And third would be the third grade, which is a little bit darker. The other thing about second grade maple is what you're going to find all the NBA games played on, because the colors of the line stand out better, and it's more aesthetically pleasing for TV as well. So second grade maple is what the NBA plays on almost all the time. First grade maple is nice if you want to do a real show floor where you have a different, real colored logo, and you want to make it stand out in with a little bit different fashion than the other floors. And then third grade, of course, is a little bit darker, but it has a real nice rustic look if you want to put it, especially like in a dance floor, a aerobics room, that side of the floor, or basically if you want to put it in a library or a different part of the facility. And more gyms are actually go with third grade as well, because it's a little bit cheaper, more economical. So again, that's the thing. You have for types of wood, just as a refresher, you have edge grain and flat grain, which are basically, you can see by actually looking at the wood. First grade, second grade, third grade maple, they're identical as far as their qualities. The only difference is how they look. Third grade's a little bit darker, First grade's a little bit wider. Your standard floor is 25-32nd, second grade maple. Just make sure that it's all specified as MFMA Maple, and the grade, call out the grade, and 25-32, and this stuff is all 2 1/4 maple, and that's the standard mark for MFMA in all the gym floors across the country and around the world for that matter. Thanks, hope you're having a great day. If any questions, always email me at basketballflooringguy.com. Take care, bye.